creation through bomb and form. The greatest to ever do it like Kareem in the form. Or Dame at the buzzer, Skip at the rucker. 96 Bulls, the GOAT, there's no other. Bulls and Goats get some wins, but never cover. The word gave the answer to sin. No.
I thought you were going to say the desktop audio goes away, and I was going to say, see, now the desktop audio, now everything's synced up. That's what I was going to do, but you didn't do it this time. So, hello, everyone, and welcome back!
Welcome back for the third time for us. Wait, second.
Second time for us. You're struggling. Are you okay?
Sure.
Yeah, so, take two.
It's football season.
It is football
So
season.
yes, I'm good.
Yeah, we're excited. It is take two because Eric forgot to record his audio.
I did do that.
So that was pretty funny. That was pretty funny. I have pizza, so I will be consistently eating that pizza while we're sitting here recording. And because I'm hungry and I haven't had a chance to eat any dinner yet. So
we're adults. Do you have any idea how long it's taken? The viewers have no idea how long it's taken us to record this episode of the podcast. For some reason,
we've been
this one
in
has been
talk
particularly
for
challenging
6
for like a
weeks.
month.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
because I was ready to record.
This is the one time we got it. Davion,
Yeah.
you have my permission to eat your dinner.
Yeah, I was like, I was ready to record. Then Eric was like, I got some stuff going on. I was like, cool, no problem. And he was like back home and doing stuff with his girlfriend and or fiance now. I'm so sorry,
Yes.
as he should. Then he was like, hey, you want to record this week? I was like, bro, I can't. I humanly cannot. So
I know, we had such a hard time.
It was
getting
crazy.
it to
And
line
then
up, yeah.
today I almost canceled again.
Yeah, we got really close.
And I was like, because I had some stupid stuff pop up, but that's
we're
irrelevant.
recording this on a Friday. You hit me up, and she's like, "Can we possibly go Sunday?" And I'm thinking to myself, I can't really go Sunday though.
Yeah, and that would have been okay. I would have been like,
Yeah.
damn. I honestly, if you would have told me no right away, I would have been like, I'll make this work. I'll make it work. But you said me staying up late doesn't matter. It's earlier for you. It's only like what, like 6:30 for you?
Yeah, it's 6:30 for me, so
We're
fine.
vibing.
I have no consequences yet.
Yeah, I don't have any either.
So.
I don't have to work in the morning. So I think I'm going to a Stranger Things tomorrow morning, like a pop-up thing with Crystal and our friend Dreen, who is also who's the only other person, actually third guest who's been on the show. She did the gymnastics episode, so you guys know her. You should follow her. So we're gonna go. Yeah.
What is this? A Stranger Things pop-up? You said?
Yeah, here in Chicago.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's like a Stranger Things experience or something like that. So I was like, cool.
That's
Dreen got free tickets
cool.
for it and invited us. So I was like, say less.
Yeah, free real estate. Why not?
So yeah, so there's that. Lollapalooza's going on,
cool.
so the traffic's gonna be ass, but that's about it.
Yeah.
Outside of that, we're here to talk football today, guys. We are going to talk about the
One thing we got to do real quick that we did in the failed recording that we need to do now is shout out my.
You're right. I'm sorry. We are here with the new graphics once again. Shout out to my desu who owns free real estate on my channel. Literally, go follow her. She's an amazing artist. If you need to commission her and she has open commission, please hire her. I highly recommend her. Go look at my personal Twitter, my personal Twitch, my personal YouTube. She's done all of it. Every ounce of that is mine. This Twitter, this YouTube, everything is mine. So please go show her. Phenomenal artist. And I only go to her for my stuff. I wait for her to be in a good mindset to do shit.
I'm
not joking.
My rules.
Yeah.
She's the best for sure.
Healthy reminders. And what I want to cover today, or what we're going to cover today, we're going to talk about, well, football, obviously. But we're going to talk about we're going to do some power rankings. We're going to go through the NFC, the AFC, and like our overall power rankings.
Mm-hmm.
Then we were going to talk about one more thing. You showed me
just general predictions about the season.
Yeah,
we want to
it's
talk
really
about
hard, though.
a lot of off-season moves because we haven't done this since April-ish.
Yeah.
Post Super Bowl for sure.
We talked about
so a lot of teams have made more moves.
Yeah, like
we are
Matthew on the Saints didn't get talked about. That's only
when we were doing the team drafting. That's probably what we were doing. Yeah, we didn't get to talk about Tyrann Mathieu yet. Obviously, the big one that just recently happened was Baker Mayfield.
Yeah, the huge one.
There's also been a kind of a really significant one for a different reason, though, was Chris Carson as well.
Yeah, Chris Carson did retire due to injury, which is sad, but you know, I respect it.
A few moves have been made. We're in training camp season. Preseason starts in a few weeks, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jaguars Raiders is August 4th, so that's in less than a week. Is the Hall of Fame game, the first preseason
That's
game.
Thursday. That's literally
It's
this
on
coming Thursday.
Thursday the 4th, yeah.
That's
It's the
crazy.
first preseason game. So.
That's crazy.
Yep, we are getting awfully close.
Yeah,
The
season's
start
starting.
of the NFL season.
We started a dynasty draft.
We did do
a
that.
fantasy football.
I'm
league?
excited to talk about that post-draft, which we'll probably be able to do in a couple weeks because our draft.
No,
is
we'll be
next
able
week.
to do it. Yeah, we'll be able to do it probably the next podcast.
Yeah, depending on when that happens, and
Mm-hmm.
realistically, because we won't have a whole lot to talk about with preseason, we'll probably just get into actual season stuff before it happens.
So something else I want to incorporate because I really care about content creation. I've been really caring about how I want to approach my content creation. I really want to get on. I have the TikTok channel made. It exists. Okay.
It is there for sure.
Nothing's
I did
been
make a
uploaded
TikTok
to it.
account, by the way.
I'm
so
proud
I
of
get
you.
to follow it when it happens.
Proud of you. We're looking for content. I think something I might go do. I might go chop up our draft and like make it TikTok worthy, and then like
Oh, the draft video, yeah.
and go from there.
No, that would be neat for sure.
There's something else I've always wanted to do, and there's another draft I want to do, but we're gonna actually draft. We're gonna draft a team together. There's gonna be a team-oriented draft. Okay. This is gonna be fun. It's a good idea.
Okay.
We're not doing it now, but it's a good idea. I'm telling you.
I think so too. Yeah.
And I think it's a good TikTok idea. So if we do it on podcast, it goes on YouTube, all that fun stuff. Anyway, all right, yeah. Anyway, so we're here. Where do you want to start? NFC or
Wow.
AFC? That one's tough, right?
We always start in the AFC.
You wanna go
always
NFC?
Start in the AFC. Let's start in the NFC this
All right.
time around.
I get to not be
That's a bit-
sad for once in the NFC.
I think so too. Like, we'll get into the Broncos and the Eagles as they come up because new viewers of the show, I am a Broncos fan. Davion is an Eagles fan. So we get to root for them and hate on the Raiders and the Cowboys. All podcasts, it's great. And genuinely, this is the first year since we've been doing the podcast that I genuinely feel like both of our teams are contenders in a way.
Great.
Are probably playoff teams and like
Yeah.
dark horse Super Bowl teams.
Yes, absolutely. Like
Yeah.
we're not the best of the best, but we're
No,
like,
God, no.
but we're like, we're pretty
both
good.
We're both probably top 5 teams in our respective conferences.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We're up there.
Because the Broncos have not made the playoffs since they won the Super Bowl. Fun fact.
We just made the playoffs.
I believe
so
they
can't
have
really say much.
the second longest streak in the NFL, besides like the Jets or something, who haven't made it the playoffs since like Mark Sanchez or whatever.
You want to hear?
It's something ridiculous, but I think the Broncos have the second longest streak in the NFL of not making the playoffs.
You guys have that, but did you know that the Sacramento Kings in the National Basketball Association have not made the playoffs since 2006?
Shout out to the Sacramento Kings, and don't shout out to the Sacramento
That's
Kings.
crazy, right? 2006.
I have a lot of friends who are Sacramento Kings fans because growing up in Reno, that's technically the closest basketball
They
team
need
to us.
help. They need mental help. Dude, they probably haven't seen their team in a playoff series ever. Like,
Some of these kids, yeah. Now, I went to college with a very good friend of mine who was originally from Sacramento, like
That's
the
crazy.
Kings, and then a bunch of the Bay Area teams because that's what that's what you get for the other sports.
yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, and he just tended to forget about the Kings. He liked the Niners
As he
and the
should.
San Francisco Giants. And
If
talked
only
about
he
them a
went to the
lot more.
Warriors. If only he was a Warriors fan.
Right, yeah. Yeah, he went back and forth with another friend from college who was a big Warriors fan too.
Wow.
Yeah. I was never big into basketball. My family is originally from Southern California, so I pay attention to the Clippers a little bit, but that's
Okay.
about it. I like to follow players more than anything with basketball.
Yeah.
Like, I remember probably like the most I was ever into basketball was watching D Wade on the Heat pre-LeBron James, and then LeBron James got there, and I'm like, this is even better.
No, that Heat team was wild, dude.
Yeah,
You know what people don't talk
D-Wade on the
about?
Heat.
You know, people don't talk about enough. D Wade actually has one of my favorite in-game dunks ever. First off, when he dunked on Anderson Varejao, I don't know if you know that dunk.
I don't, off the top
But-
of my head, no.
Okay, most basketball fans know this dunk. So he was playing the Cavs, and so it was LeBron v. Wade in like 07, I think.
Something like
Right?
that,
And literally, LeBron goes up for a dunk, gets like blocked by not Varejao, whoever's playing center for the Heat at the time. I don't think it was Shaq, but it was someone else. I think it was their backup or whatever. So he gets blocked by someone. So D-Wade gets the board, and he takes it down the court. I'm like, oh, he like jogs, right? So he looks like he's taking it slow, and he just zooms past his defender and just rises and just. Anderson Varejao probably still to this day has the taste of Dwayne Wade's ball sack in his mouth. Like, that's how bad it was. Like, he dunked on him, stood there, stepped over Verjao while he was on the ground and me mugged the crowd as the Heat fans are like, holy shit, like, he
permanent ball stack stains.
That was the start of Anderson Verjao's regression. That moment right there.
That was the moment. That was the catalyst.
Mm-hmm. I would love to say that I'm kidding. I'm pretty sure he stopped being good after that moment. It was crazy. Anyway,
Yeah.
Chris Bosh is not talked about enough. I know that they were like, oh, it's the big three.
He had a great tweet.
He was so good on that team. He was so good.
He had a great tweet recently.
Yeah.
Using the emojis.
Yeah.
Do you remember this tweet?
That was hilarious.
Yeah, that was great.
Don't talk to me if you don't know what this means or something like that. It's the rebound Bosh back out to Allen, his three-pointer, bang.
Yeah.
I love it.
That was pretty great.
I had so many comments on that Heat team, and everyone always tells me that Ray Allen saved LeBron's legacy. I'm like, you guys are idiots. Every time.
No way.
Ray Allen hit one shot that mattered and did his job like he was supposed to do for the team. LeBron also hit the 3 to cut it to 2. LeBron also scored like 15 fucking fourth quarter points and overtime points to win the game.
Yeah.
Like,
no, yeah, it's an entirely different beast.
Anyway.
Yeah.
That's a talk.
Speaking of LeBron.
Speaking of LeBron, the Rams are here.
LeBron made into multiverses.
Dog! Dude,
which is news.
His character's so cool. Have you seen him?
I have. Multiverses is free on Steam right now.
I have it. I just haven't played it. Dude, he
dunked
dunked on someone. He dunks on people. It's great.
Yeah, it's pretty great.
Dude, they put the J.R. Smith meme in there.
I know where he goes.
He does the
that's like his
oh my
smash
god.
attack. Yeah.
I love it, dude.
No, it's great. That got me and some of the other friends thinking of some of the most ridiculous Warner Brothers properties that could technically make it into multiverses, because we're like, LeBron James, yeah, I guess that is technically a Warner
Space
Brothers
Jam
property because of Space Jam.
I was like, I'm waiting for this.
We got
Michael Jordan
so
skin.
deep. We got so deep. Like,
Okay.
Warner Brothers owns Cartoon Network properties.
Oh my gosh.
Cartoon, and it
Wait,
literally
yeah,
can
because
go as deep as...
Finn's on there.
Exactly. Like, you could put...
We could have Courage the Cowardly Dog in this game.
All kinds of, like, classic Cartoon Network characters in there, but it goes even deeper, okay? Did you know that Warner Brothers helped produce Seinfeld, like, in the 90s?
You're telling me that we
could
could have
technically see
Seinfeld?
Jerry Seinfeld in multiverses, potentially, and that's just funny to me.
That's crazy.
That'll never not be funny to me.
Dude, you're telling me that we could have Courage the Cowardly Dog as a playable character?
I'm saying. So.
That would be a great character for that game. Genuinely.
I think so, too.
Like, no cap.
I think you can look at...
Johnny Bravo!
You could look at Johnny Bravo, would be huge. I think you could look at...
That's the one.
Grim Adventures would be a good show to pull characters from. Codename Kids Next Door would be a great show to pull characters from.
Oh, that's so deep. The bag is so deep.
Yes, it goes
deep. The bag is so deep.
And we can...
Dude, you could have the Teen Titans!
Too. You could have the Teen Titans.
Oh my god!
Yeah, I guess you could, because I'm like, I don't know if DC will let them do that. Like DC isn't already in the game. But like, Warner Brothers owns the Lego Movie, so you can see Lego Movie characters in there.
That's crazy, dude.
It goes so deep.
Yeah, that's a bag, dude.
Yeah, it's huge.
We talk about DC not letting them. Batman and Wonder Woman are already in the game.
I know, that's what made me realize that. I'm like, wait a minute.
Who cares? Holy that bag is deep,
prospect.
bro. Holy that's actually really good. They could contend with Smash, because I see their game looks fun.
It is, and I've seen a lot of the pro Smash players are like, this is the best like platform fighter we played that isn't Smash.
Yeah, they just say that. Whom else is?
Because like the Nickelodeon one was not very good. I feel like there's another one too off the top. I can't think of what it was.
The only one I can think of is like Brawlhalla.
Yeah, stuff like that. A lot of those pro Smash players are saying Multiverses feels nice, and it feels pretty comparable to Smash.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Because obviously Smash is like the standard for that type of game.
Of course, right? Yeah, we'll have to play it. I have to try it, man. It looks fun.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk football. We've talked some fun stuff for 15 minutes. I mean, we always talk some rambling bull all the time, and I enjoy it. So it's like, it's fun. But let's kick it off in the NFC. Are we going to go bottom to top? Top to bottom?
Bottom to top. That's always way more interesting. Bottom to top.
Okay. So we can 100% agree that the New York Giants are the worst team in the NFC, correct?
No.
Ah, fuck. We've already ruined it. I say the New York Giants are the worst team in the NFC.
They're down there for sure.
Who's your worst?
I have the Atlanta Falcons.
Wait. You think the Falcons are going to suck that bad? Worse than
Yeah,
the Giants?
I do.
Interesting.
I really, really do.
I don't think you're going to agree where my Atlanta Falcons are, but that's okay.
That's fine. This is probably one of the hotter takes I have. I genuinely think Atlanta is that bad. I don't think Atlanta is going to do very well this season at all. They're clearly hard resetting post losing.
You got a point. You have a point.
Matt Ryan. Their quarterback situation right now is Marcus Mariota with the potential of rookie Desmond Ridder coming in, and it seems like they're obviously trying to get Desmond Ridder in. But at the end of the day,
who got Malik Willis? The Titans got
in Tennessee.
Oh man, dude, that's a great situation.
So
for him,
clearly the Falcons are resetting.
Yeah.
And it feels like the Falcons just have a handful of pieces. You know, like they lost Russell Gage. Like, who do they have? They still have
Kyle Pitts.
They still have Cordero Patterson.
They got Kyle
Pitts, and they
Those
still have
two really good players at their positions.
Who's their corner? Terrence something. Like, let me look at the Falcons roster.
They have Desmond Trufant, or is that old? This is old. Don't worry about me. Cornerbacks. AJ Terrell.
He was like a rookie. AJ Terrell. That's what I'm thinking of, not Terrence Terrell.
He's solid. Wait. They have the best kicker in the league.
Yeah, and Young Hoku too.
Yeah.
I can't disrespect him.
Yeah.
But like, if you look at the next best players on their offense,
they pieces. They just don't have like.
They
don't have
provens.
Like,
the next best
they have
players on
pieces,
their offense,
not provens. I get that.
I like Jake Matthews. Drake London, I think, will be a good prospect.
I think Damiere Byrd is like solid. I really don't like that he's. I don't like that he's that far down in the depth chart. I'm gonna be honest with you.
And I like on the defensive side, I like Grady Jarrett and I like Rashawn Evans.
Yeah.
But like, who else is on their team?
They have Casey Hayward.
That's the wrong Casey Hayward, I think.
Is it really?
I think so. Is it? No.
2012 round 2 pick 62 from Green Bay.
Maybe that is the right Casey Hayward. I feel like there was two Casey Haywards in the league.
He played on the Chiefs last year?
Either way, I feel like Atlanta is missing out on a lot of pieces. If they are hard resetting, and I don't think they're going to be very good this year at all, especially competing in the NFC South, who I think you can agree, no matter where your Falcons are, I think the Panthers, Saints, and Bucks are all objectively better than the Falcons.
Oh, they are all better than Yes.
So, like, the Falcons are the worst team in the NFC South in what is already a pretty weak division.
Mm-hmm.
And, yeah, I just don't have a lot of confidence that Atlanta's going to win a lot of games this year. I'm smelling like about 3 wins. Genuinely.
Yeah, honestly, I think honestly my bottom 3 may I think they could be interchanged.
I think my bottom 3 can be too. I think genuinely these are the 3.
They're the worst
these are the
3
bad teams in the NFC.
Yeah.
Like, once you get to 13 and above, I'm like, I could see that team at least winning like maybe 5 to 6 games.
Right. Like, I mean, you might even get 7 out of them. I don't know.
Yeah. Like Atlanta, I see winning maybe 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
So, and now I have an excuse to never pick the Falcons in our pick'ems because
they're gonna always lose.
They're gonna lose. Probably.
Probably.
If the Falcons pop off this year, I'm genuinely going to be kind of upset about it.
You and me both, honestly, because that means someone's going to miss a playoff seed and someone sucked that is actually supposed to be good. So we'll see. Well, we got a 15.
Okay, well, let's talk about your 16, which is the Giants.
Well, the Giants suck. They always suck. They didn't retool anything that they were supposed to, and they still have Daniel Jones at quarterback. What more needs to be said about this team?
Yeah, I mean, that's valid.
Like, Saquon Barkley can't stay healthy to save his life. They even talked about trading him in the offseason, so they have no faith in him staying healthy in the season. Saquon, when healthy, is insane, by the way. Let's not doubt his talent. I just want to say that right now. But, like, he can't stay healthy. It's like freaking Christian McCaffrey. It's the same situation. Like, undoubtedly, great players can't play football. So it's like...
I mean...
They literally did nothing. They did nothing.
The Giants, I think, are in a similar situation to the Falcons.
I think they're in a worse situation than the Falcons.
I disagree, but at the end of the day, I trust Daniel Jones more than I trust Marcus Mariota, which isn't saying a lot.
I agree with that statement, but the reason I think that they're worse is because of the fact that they've had Daniel Jones for a few years. We don't really know. Marcus Mariota is new to the system. Atlanta Falcons have Kyle Pitts and Drake London. What the hell did the Giants do this offseason? Like, what moves did they make to help them?
That's all they did was draft. Those were the big moves that they made. Like, if you look at the free agency tracker here.
Wait, hold on. Let me take this back. I forgot about Kayvon Thibodeau. He's a solid. And I guess Evan Neal's solid too.
And Evan Neal. I like Andrew Thomas as well.
Wandale Robinson. I feel like
I'm looking at teams that they picked up. Tyrod Taylor signed with the Giants. That's like Matt Breida. I like Matt Breida. That's not a bad backup.
Maybe he's not. Maybe they're not worse than Atlanta.
That's not a bad backup for Saquon.
I might have to take this back.
Ricky Seals-Jones.
I might have to take this back. You're right. I might have to take this back. Let me. I'm a man enough to admit when I'm wrong. I'm man enough to admit when I'm wrong. I'm man enough.
I don't get me wrong. I don't think the Giants are very good. But I feel like they're in a better position than the Falcons. If the Falcons are going to win 3 games, the Giants will probably win 3, maybe 4.
I'm man enough to admit.
Like, at the end of the day, I like their receiver core. I like Kenny Golladay. I like Kadarius Toney. I like Sterling Shepard.
Yeah, if they all can stay on the fucking football field, I swear, all of them were like rotating on the field.
Mm-hmm. And they just got a new head coach too, Brian Dable.
We'll see.
Who is the offensive coordinator with the Bills.
I still think they suck. They're just not. They're not.
If the Giants are
going
to be anything like the Bills, then obviously that's going to be a massive improvement.
Well, they're not last anymore. I'll let them slide. I actually moved them up a couple slots here, which, in return, Atlanta is now at the bottom of my list.
Okay, that's fair. Okay, so we agree.
For the same reasons.
16.
Yeah, for the same reasons though. Like Kyle Pitts, Drake London's good, but I think they need another They need another like 2 seasons, and then they'll be good. Ish. Depends on Desmond Ridder, I think.
I think so too. It really depends on how Desmond Ridder pans out, and like if they get a high enough draft pick next year. The thing is that next year is really quarterback heavy. Mm-hmm. They could potentially trade out of that spot and
pick up a bunch of important pieces.
A lot of value picks, yeah.
Especially if Desmond Ridder is good. If he plays good this season, then you got to
It's all depending on Desmond Ridder panning out.
Yeah.
And that's what it feels like with all the teams that drafted quarterbacks this year.
Yeah, but all the quarterbacks were weak. That's how it felt, though. We said that, though. We said all the quarterbacks were weak.
Kenny Pickett with Pittsburgh. Desmond Ridder with Atlanta, Malik Willis in Tennessee,
and Malik Willis might not even play this season.
Carolina, exactly. Like I think you're gonna get.
Also, Carolina, like they obviously. I don't know. I'm still unsure as to why they drafted a quarterback. Like they went out
like a 3rd round guy.
Yeah, not only that, but they went out and traded for Baker.
Do you think the Panthers have a direction? I think they're just kind of seeing what sticks.
You got me there.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
so
Atlanta.
Yeah, Atlanta 16. Who is your 15?
Seattle.
Okay. This is where I have the Giants.
Oh, okay. I think Seattle's a little bit worse than the Giants.
Yeah. I mean,
I think it goes either way.
Spoiler alert: Seattle's my 14.
Yeah. These are the worst 3 teams in the NFC. No question.
Yeah, Atlanta, New York, and Seattle are the 3 worst teams in the NFC. I agree with you.
Yeah, Seattle, in this sense, is in the same spot. They're kind of retooling. They just got a little bit more pieces back in that Russell Wilson trade, right?
Yes.
So, but the thing is they still have Drew Lock throwing the football.
No, technically, right now, their starter is listed as Geno Smith, which...
That's not bad.
I think it's the same. I think it's the same thing.
It's a little. I would argue that's a little bit better than.
Yeah, exactly. Here's the thing: is I don't think the Seahawks are bad outside of quarterback. Is the thing, but I feel like they're so weak at quarterback. I like Noah Fant because Broncos bias will tell you I like Noah Fant. I like Shelby Harris on the interior on the defensive side. Those were 2 good pickups. I still like Rashad Penny when he's healthy. Tyler Lockett is solid. DK Metcalf just signed a huge extension.
A fat extension, and
which I really like the move DK played here. It's pretty smart.
He signed a 3-year.
Well, he signed a 3-year, but he was holding out. Seahawks were in camp, and he was not at camp for the first 2 days or whatever, holding out for a new contract.
Well, that's what all the big boys are doing right now.
Well, especially because the receiver market is huge right now, thanks to
because of Christian Kirk.
Christian Kirk, yeah. But
think of all the wide receivers that moved this offseason just from the Christian Kirk explosion.
Look at me in the eyes and tell me DK is going to put up the same numbers that he normally does this year.
No, he doesn't have
'cause
Russell Wilson throwing
he
the football.
He's not. Russell Wilson isn't throwing him the ball anymore. Exactly.
Like,
So
don't get
he
me
got his
wrong,
bag
DK
now,
Metcalf
knowing- he
is
got his
a
bag now,
menace to society,
now.
but
Yes. Yeah. I like
Yeah.
their skill positions. I think the Seahawks don't have barely anything on the O-line. I do like Charles Cross, though. He's decent.
see, the issue is, though, is that they don't have an O-line, and they don't. The reason that their lack of O-line was acceptable was because Russell Wilson was behind that O-line.
Exactly.
Now they're putting Geno Smith or Drew Lock, who do not have that mobility or escapability, to move around like Russell Wilson could and make the throws that Russell Wilson can. They're going to probably see an inflation in sacks.
Yes, I agree. Which is already saying a lot because I think Seattle had a lot of sacks last year, too.
Yeah, but Russell
Yeah,
Wilson
so-
also was out for 6 weeks, so that was a preview of what's gonna happen for 17 weeks or 18 weeks instead.
Yeah. I don't hate a lot of some of the pieces on their defense, too. I already talked about how much I love Shelby Harris.
Right.
He was one of my favorite players on the Broncos pre-trading for Russell Wilson. And then they still have Jamal Adams and Quandre Diggs as double safeties. That's not terrible at all.
Not
That's
terrible at
honestly
all,
pretty
but
solid.
I mean, the thing is that I think we talk about this kind of like how the Niners, their except this is obviously like a step down from that. Their defense is solid. I don't think
Their
we have an
defense is
excuse.
solid, and I think their skill positions are solid.
Yeah, they just quarterback sucks.
Exactly. Their quarterback is not good.
I feel like
Their
we're talking
offense-
about a worse version of the Niners, straight up.
It really does feel like that's exactly what we're talking about.
Dude, it's literally a worse version. Like, everything but the quarterback sucks. Or, well,
Yeah.
sucked. We don't know what we're going to get out of Trey Lance.
Yeah. No, I agree. I honestly, that's a pretty good analogy. Seattle just kind of does feel like a worse San Francisco.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, so that's my 16, 15, 14. Is your 14 New York then?
Yes. Yeah, I think
Okay.
they might be just slightly better than Seattle, but I think they're interchangeable.
Okay, so I think this is about where we're going to start really heavily differentiating. Who's your number 13 team?
Detroit Lions.
Okay.
I think I wanted to put the Bears here. I really did. Because of what they're bringing, but I think Justin Fields does take that step. I honestly think that they can win like 7 games.
I did put the Bears here.
That's what I'm saying. Like I'm not. That's what I was thinking
Yeah.
in my head. I was like, man, I could have very well put the Bears here. I put the Lions here. The thing is, it's close for me. I think those are probably like the next tier of teams, right? Like the Lions, the Bears, those next couple teams.
Yeah,
And-
they're in that next echelon of
Yeah,
NFC teams for
there's
sure.
there's 3 or 4 teams in this range, and then there's like the solid playoff teams, right? So then it's
Yeah.
like these guys, I think they can win like 6 games. Like the Lions can win like 6, 7 games, but I think they have a chance to be sneaky. Like seriously,
The Lions.
they have some randomly good talent that
I
could
agree.
explode this season, especially
Exactly,
if Jared Goff plays how he did when they went to the Super Bowl. Like he wasn't terrible,
Yeah, no.
but he doesn't
not
have
at
to be
all.
Patrick fucking Mahomes.
No, he doesn't need to be. Like honestly, they have a
Yeah.
handful of good
They
players.
got some
Like,
talent, bro.
I like DeAndre Swift, Amon
Yep.
Ross St. Brown, DJ Chark, and the newly drafted Jamison Williams.
Oh
I
my
do
God,
like
he's
TJ
so good.
Hawkinson.
I love Jamison Williams. I love that for that team. Jared Goff
Yeah,
has some weapons. I'm just saying.
I think they have some pieces on the O line. Like obviously they just invested in Penei Sewell, and I do really like Frank Ragnow as well.
Yep. They got
And
they got some pieces.
I think if they pick up and get some reinforcements on the defense outside of Aiden Hutchinson, I think they'll be okay.
yeah, they got some dogs on that team, and I like it.
Wasn't there something going on with Jeff Okudah?
No clue. No clue what's going
Oh,
on.
worked
He's
Achilles last year, that's
recovering
what it
from
was.
a torn Achilles last year. That's crazy, actually. That's a big comeback for them. He's solid.
Yes.
He's amazing, actually.
It would have been the 2019 NFL draft? Who am I thinking of? Was it Jeff Okudah? This would have been 2020 then, or 2019. It was Jeff Okudah I'm thinking of, okay. Yeah, I feel like there was something big happening with Jeff Okudah that I don't remember.
Outside of his Achilles tear?
Yeah. Everything is just talking about, yeah, Jeff Okudah is popping off at Lions camp.
Yeah,
Oh,
and he's recovered from his injury. That's
yeah.
it.
I feel like there was something else about Jeff Okudah.
Dog,
I'm
Jeff
not sure,
Okudah's
but-
younger than me?
Yeah, he was drafted in 2020.
Damn, bro. That's crazy. He's really good, too. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Super talented.
Yeah, so I don't think Detroit's half bad, honestly. I
Not at all.
really like Dan Campbell, too, their head coach.
Yeah.
He's just like a hard-nosed, tough guy, and I like him. I like that about him.
He's perfect for the young dudes. I think he really is.
Exactly.
So it should really help out. So we'll just have to. I kind of just wait and see. But I think they have the talent to be better than this.
Mm-hmm.
But they also have like they also have that floor. Like I think they have a really weird range.
Yeah,
But they are playing worse teams, so we'll see.
that is true. I mean, the NFC
Unfortunately,
is
if the
objectively worse.
They unfortunately have to open up
AFC,
with the
so-
Philadelphia Eagles this year, but that's irrelevant.
Yeah. Okay. So you have the Lions at 13. I had the Bears at 13.
Okay, hit me. I think it's
Even if Justin
rebuild.
Fields even if Justin Fields takes that step, why does it matter?
Well, because I
Who
think they
else
win
is-
like 1 or 2 more games than the Lions.
Sure.
That's literally it. That
Potentially, yeah.
Spoiler alert: the Bears are the next team on my list. I want you to know
Okay,
it's
yeah.
literally because I think I feel like he does take the step, and it makes them slightly better than the Lions.
Yeah, I mean, it's like they have David Montgomery. They aren't.
Yeah.
They have their receiver core is Darnell Mooney,
Oh, their
Byron
receiver core is
Pringle,
garbage.
Velas Jones, and then they just picked up N'Keal Harry.
Yeah, they're it's garbage. And who's their tight ends? Like Cole
Kmet.
He's
Who I
solid.
don't think is awful.
He is actually he is solid. No.
Yeah.
Have you been watching his training camp stuff? Dude burnt a corner, and I've never looked back. I was like, I am on the Cole Kmet train.
Defensively, they have Robert Quinn, and they still have Eddie Jackson at the safety position.
But they're still like shopping Quinn, so we don't really know.
Exactly. And they have Roquan Smith, who I think is holding out right now. So I don't know what that means. Or maybe he's hurt or something, but I know Roquan Smith
I think they were
was on a timeline.
they were trying to trade Rowe too. They were trying to
Yeah.
blow the team up.
So, yeah, it feels like the Bears are kind of resetting a little bit, which is weird because they feels like they just got done resetting, you know?
Well, the thing is, right? They reset with Trubisky, but they reset and didn't do anything else but get rid of Trubisky and throw in Nick Foles.
Yeah.
So it felt like they retooled, but that was really the only big move they made. And then they let Allen Robinson walk, right? They got rid of him. They just traded Khalil Mack. Now they're like full blowing up. So this is like last one was like a soft reset. This is like a hard reset. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they were like, let's retool the quarterback. Because don't get me wrong, I think Nick Foles was definitely an upgrade from Mitch Trubisky, but that's another conversation.
We'll talk about that later. But no,
Poor
I get
Nick.
what you're saying. Like it feels like the Bears just need work, honestly.
Yeah, but I also
Yeah,
think
so-
I think they can be solid.
I think they can be. I just don't think they
New
will.
coach, new GM. I'm excited for him. I really am. And that's not even
Yes.
that's not even Chicago, Davion. You know I don't really like the Bears like that, but I got respect for the Bears.
Oh yeah, I mean that's your team right now, whether you like it or not.
Yeah, I kind of have to respect the Bears. If I don't, I probably will get shot. So
Yeah. So yeah, I have them at 13, ranked in the NFC right now.
yeah, I got yeah. Well,
And
spoiler
you have
alert,
the
that's
Lions.
12.
Yeah. So the Lions are your 13.
Yes.
The Bears are your 12.
Yes.
My 12 is the Panthers.
Wow. Okay. Hold on. You think the
So-
Lions are gonna be better than the Panthers even after the Baker move?
I do.
Okay. Hit me.
I'm
Hit me with the
very
knowledge.
confident. I'm very, very, very confident in the Lions. I just really like what they're doing. I really like Dan Campbell. And I think if you look at like position by position, like team by team overall,
Okay.
I think the Lions are much more equipped than the Panthers are.
Okay.
Like,
Okay.
so the Panthers right now, obviously they just recently traded for Baker Mayfield, who
Who's
will,
a really good quarterback,
I'd say probably 9 times out of 10 start over Sam Darnold.
as he should. But you know the Panthers are a trash organization. We'll cross that bridge when we get there.
Yes, Christian McCaffrey comes back from injury.
I swear to God,
We'll
if
see how
I
long
know
that
we always
lasts.
say if Christian McCaffrey can stay healthy with Baker Mayfield, that team is dangerous. I'm just saying it now.
I agree.
That team is disgusting if he
and
stays
even
healthy.
then, Chuba Hubbard isn't bad.
Also true.
I think their receiver
not
core is
CMC, but
pretty
yes.
good because I do like DJ Moore, I do like Robbie Anderson, I do like Terrace Marshall.
I love Terrace Marshall. I love him.
They just drafted Ike Ekwonu,
Yeah, they got a good receiver.
who
core.
right
I like
now
the
they're
receiver
having
core.
him play at tackle. And then they, in free agency, got my boy Austin Corbett.
Yes.
He signed a 3-year deal with them.
Yes.
so
Good for him. He got the bag.
I am always rooting for the Panthers.
Yo, can we talk about? Can we take a pause in the action to realize that all your Nevada friends got a bag?
They really did.
The Martin twins got a bag this offseason. They both signed like 3-year extensions. Corbett signed a 3-year extension. Shout out to Nevada.
We had 2 people drafted, plus I think Carson Strong's in a decent spot in Philly.
I think he might be. I think he might make the roster.
I think he could make the roster too. I genuinely think he's like the 2, maybe 3 option.
Because
in
we,
Philly right now.
definitely 3 right now behind
Who is the 2 right now?
Minshew. Garner.
Oh, the Eagles do have Minshew, huh?
Yeah, we still have Garner Minshew, which is crazy,
forgot
right?
about that.
It's still, I've been telling them
forgot
this.
that the Eagles had
We
Garner,
when we picked
okay.
up Carson, I was like, can we ship off Minshew for like a 4th or a 5th or something? Someone has to be desperate. What? Because before the Baker trade, I was like, can we get the Panthers on the phone? Because they probably will give up something. I would have taken the 6th. We traded him for like a 7th rounder.
Yeah. No, Minshew's not bad at all. So Carson's probably the three there.
Yeah. I don't know who. We have like Reed Sinnott at 3, I think. I don't even know
Malik
who the fuck
Reed
that
also
is.
just re-signed with the Broncos too. So
Sorry.
I don't think. Yeah.
Nevada. Honestly.
We're popping off.
Nevada. Your guys' JaVale McGee just got a bag? Nevada. Nevada. Dude.
We're just in a good spot, huh?
University of Nevada. You guys do your thing. UNLV could never.
So yeah, I think the Panthers the Panthers really were a quarterback of the way from their offense being decent. I think Baker is an upgrade to Sam Darnold for sure.
A significant upgrade, if you will.
But I don't think Baker is optimal, you know.
It's crazy because we're going to have the same conversation in 4 weeks when they start the season 4-0 and then CMC gets hurt.
Right, yeah. We're going to talk about this. It's like maybe the Panthers are decent and then Christian McCaffrey will get hurt.
And we're like, well,
oh,
fuck.
no, they're terrible.
Here we go
That's
again.
how the Panthers work. Yeah, I think the ceiling for the Panthers is like 8-9 wins, though. I think realistically we're looking at about 6, which I think is better than the Bears. I could see the Lions winning as much as 7 games, and 7 to 10 games, honestly. So I think that's why I have the Lions higher than the Panthers.
Dude, I think the Panthers are a dark horse to potentially like squeak into the playoffs. Like I think they competitive. I think they're probably not going to make it. Just because of the competitiveness.
I don't know about that.
No,
I don't even know if they could squeak in.
Well, the thing is squeak in was 9 wins last season. I think they can make 9 wins.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. That's my mindset.
If they're getting 9 wins, I don't know how confident I am. These other squeaker teams aren't. You know.
Well, I mean, so my thing is right. Our squeaker. I believe we're on the same page on squeaker teams because I'm looking at like the Vikings, the Cowboys, and like the Saints. Right.
Yes, I think
those are squeaker teams.
I think
the Cowboys for some reason decide to suck at some point. Yeah, the Niners too. The Cowboys decide to suck randomly every other season. They decide to like suck, right? Because like their whole team was healthy and they went like 6-10 like 2 seasons ago.
Yeah,
okay?
that's
Cowboys.
Like that.
It's Cowboy culture, right? It's fine.
Be like that, yeah.
That's fine. Like that's the type of thing I'm expecting. Like they could end up winning like 8 games because they won the division last year, and now they got to go against all the hard teams. So then when they got to lose, when they go into a worse position, that's when they get good again. Think about it.
Yeah.
Think about it. It happens every time. They win a division. That's why the NFC East never has consistent winners because all the teams are only good when they play bad teams.
Doesn't it change? Like I don't
every
think,
year.
When was the last time somebody won the NFC East 3 years in a row?
Fuck 3 years. When's the last time they won 2 years? And it's been forever. It was literally like what? It was Cowboys.
Recently it's been the Eagles and Cowboys back and forth.
Well, Washington won it 2 seasons ago.
Oh, they did do that, huh?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yeah, on the 6 and 10 year.
I know. I'm thinking back to like I can think of like Kirk Cousins, Washington.
Yeah, they just won it 2 years ago.
And then like New York wasn't bad when Eli was popping off like 10 years ago.
Well, that was last time. That was the last time the Giants won the division. Let's be clear. They haven't been good since like 2012. Okay, let's slow our roll here.
But didn't they make the playoffs randomly too?
Yeah, but they weren't a division winner. They made like
they were like a random.
Because there was also a year where the year after the Super Bowl, the Eagles won the Super Bowl. The Cowboys and Eagles both made it too, and then they both went to the second. They both won their wild card games, went to the second round, and then they both lost. I was really fishing. I was really kind of hyped for Eagles Cowboys conference championship in Philly. It was going to be in Philly. It would have been so cool.
That would have been cool.
But anyway, that's irrelevant.
Okay.
But yeah,
I have Carolina at 12.
Yeah, I could see it. I have the Bears at 12 for the same reasons you've said. The Bears, like I think Justin Fields does take the step, but again, how much does it matter? I think it makes it so that they win maybe a game on the Lions, which means they are a game better than the Lions. That's my mindset. Just so we're clear, I don't think they're a good team, but I don't think they're like atrocious. So
yeah,
my 11's Carolina. So we're in the
Detroit.
We're in the general vicinity as teams.
We had the same 16 through 14 in different orders, the same 13 through 11 in different orders.
Yeah, so we understand. Yeah. There's tiers to this. At least we're in the same level on tiers.
Yes. Okay, so then this is kind of where I feel is the end of the probably won't make the playoffs teams.
I agree.
And I have Washington Commanders at 10.
Eric?
Did we do this finally?
We got one.
We got one.
I have the
It only took
Washington.
me forever. It only took me convincing you Atlanta to get one. So this is our first 1-1.
God. Why, of course we agree on the commies. That's crazy.
Yeah, the
That's
freaking
crazy.
commies.
Commies, bro. Anyway, Washington
Yeah,
has a squad. Like, really, if they can stay healthy, that team is solid. I'm not gonna front.
Yes. I want to give a quick shout out to one person in particular, and that is Taylor Heineke.
Straight up.
Taylor Heineke has no business being one of my favorite players right now, but here he is.
Here he is balling.
There was an interview with Taylor Heineke after practice one day for their training camp. And somebody said, the interview question was basically like, do you think you have a chance at starting? And he kind of looked at the reporter and he's just like, no. And he's like, they're paying Carson Wentz a lot of money to be here. And he's like, but I'm here to support Carson.
Yeah,
and
dude,
help him.
what
and
the
if
heck?
something and if something happens to Carson, I need to be prepared to help this team win.
I have a hot take with this team. They will not make the playoffs. Okay, that's not hot. That's not my hot take.
I was like, that's hot.
Carson Wentz is going to have a good season. Not a great season, not a bad season. He's going to have a good season.
I think he'll have a solid season.
I think he's going to have a good season. I really do. And I don't think last season in the Colts missing the playoffs was all his fault.
I don't think so either.
Last game, probably. Everything else,
Probably.
no, not so much. Just keep in mind, they lost like 7 other games outside that one game. Just for clarification. So,
Yeah. I mean,
I'm here for Carson.
We both like Carson Wentz. Obviously, you have a pretty heavy Carson Wentz bias because of his history with the Eagles.
yeah,
Shout out
unfortunately,
to,
he's the only jersey I own. But I'm gonna go buy some tape, and just boom and write Brown. So.
Yeah, there you go. That works too.
I'm gonna wear that to the Bears game when they come to Chicago. I think it'll be funny.
I'm trying to get into when the Broncos come and see the Raiders. It's like early October. My only Broncos jersey right now is a Von Miller one though. So
That's acceptable.
yeah,
That's acceptable. If you're gonna wear if you're gonna wear a retro jersey, like that's one of the better ones.
I still have a Peyton Manning one.
That's also acceptable.
So,
That's like
yeah,
if I
still
roll
think
up in a Kelsey jersey, like Jason Kelsey, I'll be praised forever.
Yeah, that's.
I can roll
that
up in
is
a
move.
Kelsey jersey in 20 years and everybody be like, hell yeah.
Yeah, so I do like Carson, and I love Terry McLaurin. I don't think Curtis Samuel and Jahan Dobson are bad 2 and 3 options.
Dude,
at
Curtis
the receiver
Samuel's
position.
solid. Scary Terry and Curtis Samuel, that is a fun.
Shout out to Cole Turner, who's right now is listed as their 3rd tight end, but Logan Thomas is still hurt, so technically right now he'd be the 2 tight end.
Got it.
Love Cole Turner. He went to Nevada, so I have a particular bias for him. Nicest kid ever. He's super lengthy. He's like 6'6". He has tremendous reach. It's insane. So do like Cole Turner at tight end. They have Chris Paul as a backup guard right now. He's just everywhere, isn't he? Didn't we have this conversation recently too?
Yeah,
It's like
I laughed because they have Chris Paul at guard. Like,
Yeah.
they couldn't have picked a better position to have Chris Paul at.
he's their 3rd string guard right now.
That's
so shout out
crazy,
to
bro.
Chris Paul.
Chris Paul making money in the NFL and NBA. That's crazy.
Yeah. So hopefully you get Chase Young back, and that D line is insane if you do.
With Sweat, yeah.
Chase Young, Deron Payne, Jonathan Allen, Montez Sweat is a nuts front 4.
That's a nightmare.
And I don't think their linebacking core is terrible.
No.
Will Holcomb, Jamin,
Yeah.
Ham Davis, I call him because Hamon is Spanish for ham.
Yeah, something like that.
Ham Davis and David Mayo. You got the whole fucking sandwich back there.
That's what
And
they're gonna call
they have
that the
Kendall.
sandwich.
They have Kendall Fuller at corner too, which
Solid.
like their defense is solid, and I feel like their offense is okay enough. The problem is that it feels like they need a lot of steps to be taken. Like they're going through a lot right now. New team. This is a new team. This is the Washington Commanders. This isn't the Washington football team anymore.
Nope.
This isn't the Washington Redskins anymore.
Nope.
This is the Commanders. They're a brand new identity, and then
Yep.
all this legal controversy going on with Dan Snyder too is going to be really distracting for this team.
Yeah. That's what's gonna bring them down. I think they're sneaker. They're kind of a sleeper team, but
I
at
think
the same
so.
time,
I
they
think-
got
I
a
think
lot of
they're- yeah.
unnecessary stuff going on too. So
They're potentially a sneaky playoff team.
yep,
Very, very, very sneaky. Very, very unlikely, but sneaky nonetheless.
right. Wow. Okay, I think we might have the next like 3 or 4 at the same. We'll see. What's your 9?
That's very hard to tell because 6 through 9 is basically like, all right, 2 of these teams have to be the wild cards.
True. What's 9?
I don't feel like 6 through 9 are very good teams. Like, I feel like these are like 9-win playoff teams potentially.
I think 6 and above are good teams.
I think 5 and above are good teams for me.
Okay, well, I think that we have swapped our 6 and our 5s. I'm gonna say it right now.
Okay, we'll see.
Let's see.
So
9.
My number 9 team is the Cowboys.
Damn it. I put the Vikings here.
Okay, our list is going to be very different.
Oh, it's that different?
That's going to be pretty significantly different. Okay,
Holy
I have the
shit,
Cowboys
wait a
here.
minute. Hold on. You think the Vikings are good? Okay. Hold on.
I do.
I don't think the Vikings are bad. Justin Jefferson's insane. The thing is I think that, like, they had these same players last season. How'd that go?
They had these same players last season with Mike Zimmer.
Yeah, and?
Their new head coach is, I can't think of his name.
Mm-hmm. They still have Kirk Cousins throwing the football.
Who they just gave an extension to, and
that shouldn't be
GM too?
That shouldn't be posed as a good thing. Just so we're clear.
That's not a bad thing though. Like if you look at the quarterbacks in the NFC, Kirk Cousins is in the top 8.
Okay, hold on. Let me go through this list. Okay.
Tell me I'm wrong. Okay.
Cardinals.
All right,
Kyler Murray. He's worse than Kyler. He's better than
top
Atlanta.
8.
He's better than Panthers. He's better than Bears. Dak's better than him. Lions. He's better than. He's not better than Aaron. He's not better than Staff. That's him. I don't know who's on the Saints, but he's probably better than Jameis. Yeah, he's better than.
He's better than Jameis.
Yeah, he's better than Jameis. He's better than Daniel Jones.
Jalen Hurts is kind of a weird one.
Yeah, he's a wild card. So is Trey Lance. I feel like they're unproven-ish. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Anyway, irrelevant. He's better. Okay, well, yeah, you're right.
He's in the top 8.
Just because everyone else is objectively fucking terrible.
That's the thing. Exactly. The NFC is so weak right now.
Dude, if you
like,
go to the AFC, you literally every quarterback's better than him, bro.
Exactly. Well,
hold on. I want to go through this now. Okay, we went to the AFC. I'm going in order. Baltimore. Yes.
Lamar is better than Kirk Cousins.
Buffalo, yes. Cincinnati,
Allen,
yes. Cleveland, I think Deshaun Watson is better than Kirk Cousins.
Deshaun Watson is, so yeah.
Russell Wilson, yes.
I think Kirk Cousins is better than Jacoby Brissett.
Yes, I agree. I think Matt Ryan's better.
Russell Wilson, yes. Houston, no.
Not Houston. I think Matt Ryan might be better, yes. Okay, Jacksonville.
I think Trevor Lawrence could be better.
He could, but he's not right now. Mahomes is definitely better. Derek Carr is better. Herbert's better.
Herbert is better.
Tua's not better.
Is not.
He's not better. He's not better. Not right now. Not right now. He's not better right now.
Mac Jones probably isn't.
No Wilson. No
Zach
Kenny
Wilson
Pickett.
Could be.
No Kenny Pickett.
Or even Trubisky.
No Trubisky. I think Tannehill. I think Tannehill is an upgrade from Kirk Cousins. Fun fact.
I do too.
Okay. Yeah. Wow.
So, yeah,
he does not run the AFC gauntlet very well.
He is a top 8 quarterback of the NFC, and he's a bottom 4 quarterback in the AFC.
That's crazy.
That's just how much better the AFC is than the NFC right now. Like we'll get there when we get high enough. Genuinely, I think there are 2 teams who have a very realistic shot at the Super Bowl in the NFC.
Agreed. They're my top 2 teams. So yes,
they are my top 2 teams, and I imagine they're your top 2 teams too. Because I think those are the only 2 teams in the NFC who genuinely have a shot.
Yeah.
I think there are dark horse teams.
Yes.
For sure.
Absolutely.
But like if you look at the AFC, I think any of my top 8.
Dude,
probably my top 7, but I think for any of my top 7 could go.
I'd argue any of the top 9. I think anyone who gets into the playoffs could make it. That's what's crazy.
Genuinely, yes.
That's how crazy it is.
About the AFC right now. Yeah.
Anyway,
AFC is nuts right now.
It was, there's one team I'm like very sad I put at a certain place, but I felt like I couldn't put them any higher because of where the rest of the teams lie. Anyway, irrelevant.
Okay. Vikings. They still have Kirk Cousins throwing them the ball. Justin Jefferson, Adam Thielen are nuts. I do like Dalvin Cook when he is healthy. Alexander Mattison isn't a bad option when he's not. Their O-line isn't terrible. I like Christian Darrisaw. I like Garrett Bradbury. I like Ezra Cleveland too. And their defense is still okay too. I like Danielle Hunter. I like Eric Kendricks particularly out of those. And of course, there's the main man Harrison Smith. They just
their team
signed
is
Darius Smith too.
Their team is really good,
and I do like P2.
Yeah, their team is pretty good.
So, I think their team is better. I think genuinely what was keeping them back was potentially Kirk and potentially the system.
I still think Kirk is holding them back.
It seemed like Kirk and Zimmer didn't really get along.
Yeah, maybe Kirk is let free and maybe he does a little bit better, but I don't think Kirk Cousins is that good of a quarterback.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyway.
Why can't I think of the new Vikings coach's name, though?
I couldn't tell you. I have no clue. I know they fired Zimmer. That's it.
Kevin O'Connell.
There you go. I don't know who that is, but there you
go.
go.
He was the Rams OC last year.
Oh,
They won the Super Bowl, so.
Yeah, you got me there.
Could be promising.
But he also had Matt Stafford and not Kirk Cousins. Anyway,
I think they're comparable. I think Matt Stafford is a better Kirk Cousins. Like, objectively better. But I think they're similar in what they do, you know?
You got me. Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Except I think Matt Stafford completes passes.
Yeah, he actually, wins primetime games.
Maybe that was a bit of a hot take. Whatever. Anyway. But I think they're comparable. I think they do. I think they can do similar things.
Okay. Who's 8? So you had Cowboys here.
I had the Cowboys in 9.
Oh, wait. Well, let's talk about the Cowboys first, then.
Yes, let's do that. Okay.
First off, let's just talk about the Cowboy hater and me. Rank them higher than you. But I'm pretty sure we both don't like the Cowboys, so that's fine.
Well, we'll see. We'll see how the AFC goes, and maybe it'll wash out.
I don't think so, sir. I'm gonna let you know right now. I don't think so. You're gonna be like, "What the fuck are you doing over there?"
Okay. Offensively, I think if you talk about the system, I think Mike McCarthy is in the hottest seat in the NFL right now.
Agreed.
To the head coaching position.
Agreed. Absolutely agree. Because all the other people are new coaches.
Realistically, though.
Yeah. All the people that are playing.
I saw this great interview with Brian Billick. He was the Ravens head coach when they won their first Super Bowl with like Ray Lewis back in the 2000s.
Yes.
He was their head coach then, and he said he had a great quote about this because he was talking about Mike McCarthy, and somebody asked him, he's like, "Did you ever feel secure in your job?" And he's like, "Absolutely not." He's like, "Are you kidding me?" Like, he's like, "I don't even think Bill Belichick feels secure in his job."
Wow.
You know, it's like there are only 32 of you in the entire world, and if you're not cutting it, you are so easy to get rid of.
Yeah, that's facts.
So, does it mean a lot that Mike McCarthy is probably in the hottest seat in the NFL right now? No, because I think a lot of coaches are. Like, I think if you look at these teams, genuinely, I think Arthur Smith for the Falcons is in a hot seat right now. Pete Carroll probably is. Matt Rule probably is. Like, a lot of these coaches are potentially fireable, and technically all 32 of them are, genuinely.
Yeah.
So, it doesn't mean a lot, yes, but he's definitely in the most precarious position. Offensively, losing Amari Cooper was huge.
Oh, humongous. But I do think that CeeDee Lamb has a chance to be crazy.
Yeah, I do think he pops off too, but...
So it's CeeDee Lamb.
I think what made the Cowboys really
now?
Scary was Amari Cooper and CeeDee Lamb and Michael Gallup. Now it's CeeDee Lamb and Michael Gallup. Michael Gallup is your 2 option. He's a solid 2, but he is coming back from a huge ACL tear.
True. But, I mean, he
could
can,
be a thing.
We'll see. It's kind of like
you also lose Lyle Collins.
They have Jalen Tolbert is the other guy. They got James Washington as well from
Pittsburgh.
Which is solid.
Yes.
And plus, their tight end's really good. Dalton Schultz is solid. Dude.
I do like Dalton Schultz a lot. You lose Lyle Collins. You do keep Tyron Smith and Zach Martin, who I think are 2 of the top 10.
Zach Martin arguably is the best guard in the league.
I think it's either him or Quentin Nelson.
It really is. And whichever one you don't put at the right, you put at the left. So
I do like their defense, but they did lose Randy Gregory, but they still have DeMarcus Lawrence.
They didn't lose him. They just didn't sign him.
Randy Gregory is no longer on the Cowboys.
That was funny.
DeMarcus Lawrence, Dante Fowler.
I mean, yeah. Leighton Vander Esch is solid. Micah Parsons, arguably the best one of the better linebackers in the league.
Trayvon Diggs was one of the most electric corners last year.
Yeah, the thing is, Malik Hooker is also really good, by the way. That's a great person to mention here. Diggs is someone I think is something that needs to be talked about. Because I think Diggs is great at attacking the ball, but because of how aggressive he is, he gives up a lot of passes.
Potentially, yeah.
Not potentially. I've seen the video. I have seen the tape. Homie gives up a lot, but he gets a lot of picks. And Jabril Cox is on this roster, by the way. Solid.
He is on this roster.
That's a solid player.
Shout out to Jabril Cox.
Yeah.
Okay.
Homie's from LSU, right? That's what I'm thinking of. Yeah, it is.
So.
Yeah, this is what I'm thinking of.
Yeah. Okay. So here's the thing about the Cowboys, though.
Oh, and they have Tony Pollard.
The Cowboys will forever be that team that needs to prove it to me.
Yeah.
You know.
Yes.
Like,
yeah.
I think the Cowboys are one of the teams that maybe makes the playoffs.
Yeah, I agree. I think
really
that's why they're at MA8.
I could see.
We haven't gotten there yet, but they're at MA8.
I could see a 9 to 10 win season from the Cowboys, and there may be a wild card. they could steal the East. I doubt it. I think the Eagles are way better than the Cowboys.
I'm going to
But they
say this.
could.
I think that the Eagles have more talent on paper than the Cowboys.
Yeah,
But it
I don't think the
really
Eagles are
comes down to how Jalen Hurts goes. They're not
exactly.
untouchable.
I don't think the Eagles are untouchable.
Agreed.
Exactly. Yeah, I think the Cowboys could, but probably won't. And at the end of the day, I feel like there are better teams in the NFC than the Cowboys. Like, all the teams that I have, I feel like are better than the Cowboys. And if we were to put them up 1v1 against the Cowboys, I feel like they lose.
I get you.
That's just kind of how I feel.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, I had the Cowboys at 9. Who is your 9? You had the Vikings.
The
We talked about
Vikings. My 8 is the Cowboys as well. And we already talked about our reasons for that. So.
My 8 is the Saints.
Oh my God. Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah. So is our list still different?
Your Vikings are climbing. That's all.
To be fair, I did make this list pre-knowing that Michael Thomas was for sure back.
You did this after knowing he was back or not knowing?
No, before. So maybe I would bump up the Saints a little bit potentially, but we'll keep him at 8 just to not switch.
Yeah, Mike picking up Tyrann Mathieu, dude.
Picking up Tyrann Mathieu is
freaking
big.
cracked.
They picked up Jarvis Landry as well.
That team is.
I think if Jameis has a good bounce back from his injury, he'll be okay. What is the situation with Alvin Kamara?
He's back. He was at practice. They haven't said anything about suspending him.
It says they're still monitoring the battery case.
Monitoring, but
yeah,
he's at
no
practice.
word.
He was at practice.
Okay.
He was at training camp. He had a picture with it was Kamara and Thomas.
Either way, Mark Ingram is back in New Orleans too, so
Yeah,
it's not a terrible option.
Yeah, Mark Ingram's solid. So who cares?
I do like their offensive line, but obviously losing Teron Armstead is huge.
True.
Ryan Ramczyk is solid, and
Yes.
Andres Pete is solid. And you have a good receiver core, and you have a good running back. You have a good.
You have a crazy receiver core. You have
a solid enough quarterback in Jameis. Their defense is a little bit concerning because I like Cam Jordan. I like their secondary because of Tyrann Mathieu and Marshawn Lattimore.
Dog,
And I guess-
holy crap. Dude, Matthew and Lattimore on the same roster is kind of cracked.
It is, yeah.
That's wild.
The Saints kind of have Cowboy syndrome right now. You know, like
okay.
pre-Michael Thomas. I'm considering this without Michael Thomas because with Michael Thomas, I think my opinion changes a little bit. But if I look at my top 7 teams, I think they all beat the Saints one-on-one. I think
That's how I've been looking at
the
it.
Saints right now genuinely are my 8 seed. I think they're the 8 ranked team and the 8 seed. That's not going to be the case in the AFC.
No.
But I genuinely think like this could be a team that makes the playoffs, but could potentially miss it. I think this is like a 10, most likely 8-9 win team though.
Yeah, the Saints can be really, really good, though. They have the potential to be really, really good. We've seen what kind of a leader like Tyrann Mathieu could do, and now that you have Cam Jordan, you add him with Cam Jordan, Marshawn Lattimore,
It's solid.
ridiculous.
It's good.
Yeah, that's insane.
Yeah. New head coach
Yes,
is the thing
also
too.
true.
Sean Payton's no longer there, so
Yeah.
we'll see how they what they do
that's a big
offensively.
one.
'Cause
This
Sean
is the
Payton
one
was known
time
as
where
this
it's like
offensive
that's kind of
guru.
this is kind of the one time where it's kind of like a downgrade. It feels like you're not really sure
Yeah.
exactly what you're getting yet. All right, 7. We already talked about mine. We talked about the Cowboys for an extensive amount of time. So
7 is your. I thought 8 was your Cowboys.
8 was Cowboys. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We already talked about my 8. So 7. What do you have at 7?
7, I have San Francisco.
Oh. So this is where my Saints are.
Okay. So basically, what we have learned here is I value the Vikings too much.
I think the Vikings suck. No, not really. I don't think they're bad, but I don't think they're like insane.
Yeah.
We'll see.
This is such a weird thing because this is the
San
least confident.
Francisco? Oh.
This is the least confidence I've been in San Francisco in a few years, which is weird because it doesn't feel like
They have the same team. They literally just traded Trey Lance out with Jimmy Garoppolo. That's what they were going to do anyway.
And I don't know how confident I am in that move.
But Jimmy G is still there, so if it goes bad, they could just plug him back in.
You think Jimmy G wants to be there after this?
Absolutely not. But like, still, if they're like, hey, you want to start this game? You think he's gonna say no?
Yes. Okay. I think realistically, I could potentially move Minnesota down, and this could be my 6th team. I think the Rams are objectively better than this team, and I think the Cardinals are too.
Okay.
But San Francisco is still really, really good.
No, yeah, this team's crazy. Like, talent everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, Devo is insane.
Kittle?
I like Brandon Ayuk as well.
Brandon Ayuk?
And I do like Elijah Mitchell as well.
Yeah, their team is nuts, dude. That team is crazy.
Yeah, Trent Williams is probably the best offensive lineman
Think
of
of
our
the triple
generation.
options they can run now that Jimmy G's not playing.
Potentially, yeah.
Not potentially.
and
It's there. With
George Kittle at tight end is solid too, and of course their defense is still nuts. It always has been.
Always
Eric
has been, probably
Armstead,
always will
Nick
be.
Bosa, Fred Warner, like their defense is always really good, and the Kyle Shanahan system works. Like I feel like this is a lock for playoff team.
Yeah, they are. They just went to the conference championship.
Exactly. I feel really confident that they'll make the playoffs again.
Jimmy
I think
Garoppolo.
They have a hard time competing with Arizona, and they have a hard time competing with Los Angeles in the West.
Interesting.
I think those two teams are way better than them.
Way better
And
than
I
them?
think that's
Okay.
way better. Way better.
Okay.
Okay. LA is way better. I think Arizona
LA is way better. LA is way better.
I think Arizona is better. I think
we're not
LA
arguing
is
with that.
way
take.
better.
Yeah, I was more so with the Arizona vibes. I was like, wow, way better.
Yeah.
I mean, Arizona did kind of almost finish under them this season.
Yeah.
They're choking.
Yeah. Okay. So you said your 7 was the Saints.
Yeah, we've already talked
Who's
about
your
it.
6?
All right, this is a new team we haven't talked about yet. Finally, I have the Arizona Cardinals at 6.
Okay. I think that's pretty reasonable.
Take, and I think we've established this from last season. We don't like Mr. Kingsbury.
I do like Cliff Kingsbury.
No,
Just
no,
don't
we
let
don't.
that distract you from the fact that he made the single worst coaching decision as far back as I can remember.
That was a stupid ass decision. That plus the whole Kyler Murray situation. It was handled poorly. Like I feel like that's gonna stick. I really do, and like I like their team, but at the same time, it's kind of like I will say though, they added Hollywood.
They did at Hollywood.
That's
which is
crazy.
Huge.
That's a crazy pickup for,
They
for
re-signed
specifically
AJ Green
Kyler.
too.
For Kyler Murray, that's an insane pickup.
Yeah, I think
So we'll have
too.
to see how it plays out.
And
but
keeping in mind that DeAndre Hopkins will miss games because of PEDs
oh shit, I forgot about him.
is the thing too. So, and I like James Conner running back too, but yeah, this Kyler situation.
Dude, can we talk
with
about
the
how he had
contract over the last
PEDs and
few
is only
days.
getting suspended for like 4 games? But like, what's
That's
his
pretty
face?
typical.
Bet on a game and then is out for the whole season?
That's ridiculous. Yes, that's a bit much.
Calvin Ridley?
Um,
like, what the
Calvin
heck?
Ridley,
dude?
yeah. I
What the
can't want
heck,
to say
bro?
it's Russell Gage. Yeah, no, it's Calvin Ridley.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, that's a bit
absurd.
much.
That's absurd.
Yeah, they have Zach Ertz. I really like Trey McBride too. He's the rookie out of Colorado State, so obviously he's a Mountain West guy. I know the Mountain West guys.
Okay.
Really like Trey McBride. Here's the thing with Arizona I think the biggest thing we need to talk about with Arizona is what happened with Kyler Murray's contract.
Yeah, they gave him like a
huge extension.
An extension,
that made
but
him
they had
the
him,
second highest paid quarterback in the league.
but they gave him like a clause for studying or something like that, didn't they?
They have since removed it. That did happen this morning. Is Arizona redid this contract, removing that clause because it was so distracting. They're like, this isn't worth it.
Yeah.
But it was basically something along the lines of Kyler needs to go home 4 hours a week and study film independently.
Have you seen the fun statistic of Kyler Murray
And November.
and Call of Duty?
Yes, I have seen this, and I'm glad you brought it up because if you didn't, I was.
Yeah, Kyler Murray is like phenomenal pre-Call of Duty.
Exactly what happened. What we talked about this the last 2 years is Arizona did really, really good at the beginning of the season and kind of fell off at the late season because Call of Duty comes out in November.
Yeah.
Is it a stretch? Yes, but is it really funny?
Well,
Also,
Kyler Murray's
yes.
with FaZe, so is it really a stretch?
I'm potentially, but like, he's a professional athlete at the end of the day. You know, it's like, yes, I think it's a stretch. And I watch a lot of this
I
one
believe
guy,
anything with the young
Colin
dudes.
Cowherd. You might know the name, Colin Cowherd.
I know who Kyler
I
is,
like
yeah.
watching him because I think every now and again he has some good opinions, but I like watching him mostly for the ridiculous things he said.
Yeah, he's
and this
funny.
is one of the very good points that he made. Okay.
Okay.
Like, we talk about quarterbacks like Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, Drew Brees. You know, they were pre-snap gurus, right?
Right.
But you know who else was pretty great? Brett Favre
Yeah.
and Michael Vick and Cam Newton in their primes.
Yes.
They made shit up as they went. Do you think Brett Favre watched film?
You know,
Absolutely
you
not.
You got me.
Like, and Kyler is just genuinely like a raw athlete. I mean, like he was on the Oakland A's roster too. Like he's an athlete.
Yeah.
The dude can sling the ball and make it up as he goes. Should he be watching film? Probably. Most quarterbacks probably should be. But at the same time, that's not his style of game, and I don't think it needs to be. Which I thought was interesting because I think you make that comparison to Brett Favre and to Mike Vick and to Cam Newton and these types of quarterbacks that can improvise like that and don't have to know everything the defense is doing pre-snap, and they can still make plays and succeed.
Yeah. Lamar Jackson's a prime example of that.
Exactly, Lamar Jackson as well. Like these are the types of quarterbacks who can make it up as they go. But if you look at Kyler Murray, I think he's gotten better every single year in terms of like completion percentage, in terms of like running proficiency, everything. He's gotten better every single year he's played.
Every season. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so
we'll see.
I think Arizona is okay. And ultimately, it's the fact that LA is nuts that's stopping them from winning the West.
Yeah,
exactly. It really is.
Really is. And, I mean, we'll have to see how Kyler Murray does post-COD, so.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see post-COD how that goes.
Yep.
What's coming out this year? Is it Modern Warfare 2?
Yeah, I think so. No, I actually think it's just Modern Warfare 2, like the new one.
Yeah, whatever it is.
Because it's Modern Warfare. They just made Modern Warfare. They're going to make Modern Warfare 2 for that. Yeah, anyway, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Cool. So that was my 6. What was your 6?
Minnesota.
Which we talked about. Okay, cool.
Yes.
So
yeah, finally I had the Vikings on here.
Finally. So 5. I'm assuming this is where you have Arizona.
This is not where I have Arizona.
Oh, this has to be Green Bay.
This is Green Bay.
Okay, this is where I have San Francisco.
Okay, so let's talk about Green Bay.
I respect this. We
need to talk about this first. Because,
okay, wait. There's something you wanted to specifically talk about with Green Bay Packers.
Yes, okay. So drafted out of Nevada was a wide receiver named Romeo. First of all, I want to go over this because I was mad about this situation in real life.
Okay.
When Romeo first joined our team, his last name is spelled Doubs. Right?
Dobbs.
And I'm like, oh, Dobbs. Right?
Yes.
That's how you would say that? Maybe it's Doobs? I'm like, no, it's Dobbs. I'm like, I would think that's Dobbs.
I would think it was going to be like Dobbs.
And I called him Romeo Dobbs for the longest time, and then everybody told me, no, it's pronounced Dubs.
What?
Yes. So everybody in the history of Nevada called him Romeo Dobbs for the longest time.
Okay.
After I was like, oh, that's Romeo Dobbs. And he came out with a statement today at Packers camp saying, no, it's actually pronounced Dobbs. And I'm like, the audacity.
Man, imagine going back like, I told you so.
It is. It's the most I told you so moment.
So it is Romeo
Dobbs.
Like,
yes. It is Dobbs. It is Dobbs is how it is pronounced. But you're going to hear me say Dubs because now that I'm used to that. It is pronounced Romeo Dobbs, according to Romeo Dobbs himself at Packers camp, who apparently is lighting it up and is the talk of Packers camp right now.
That's what I like to hear because he was undrafted or he was like a 7th rounder. He was late.
He was a 4th rounder.
Oh, he was a 4th rounder? He was that high?
Yeah, he was a 4th rounder.
I thought he was late.
No, yeah, he was the first Nevada guy taken.
That's good.
Of the two, and then obviously Carson, but yeah.
Yeah, and Carson actually didn't get taken though. He was a UDFA.
Here's the thing. Everybody thinks that the Packers are going to be trash this year because they lost Devontae Adams.
They still have Aaron Rodgers.
Are they going to be worse? Yes. Are they going to be trash? No.
No, they still have Aaron freaking Rodgers.
They still have Aaron Rodgers, and genuinely, their wide receiver core isn't terrible.
Dude, Romeo Dobbs might be good.
Romeo Dobbs, you still have Alan Lazard. They just drafted Christian Watson as well.
Yeah,
they picked up Sammy Watkins. Like those are all solid options.
Do they still have Randall Cobb?
Robert Tonyan. They still have Randall Cobb as well. They have Amari Rodgers too. Like they have good pieces, and Aaron Rodgers can make it happen. They still have arguably the best running back duo in the league.
Yeah, AJ Dillon and Aaron Jones. That running back.
I think the only ones that are even comparable would be Cleveland and maybe Dallas.
No, Cleveland with Kareem Hunt and Nick Chubb is nuts.
I think Dallas with
Zeke and Pollard is crazy
Tony
too.
Pollard is nuts too. So I think you can make the argument that Green Bay has one of the best, if not the best, running back duos. David Bakhtiari coming back from injury is going to be big too for them for the O-line bolster. And I honestly really like their defense.
Oh yeah, their defense is good.
I love Kenny Clark.
Yeah.
I've always liked Kenny Clark.
Kenny Clark's solid. Yeah, exactly.
I really like Preston Smith and Rashawn Gary, and
Yep.
their secondary is kind of crazy good.
Okay, hit me. Because they
Eric
still have
Stokes and Jair Alexander at corner.
Oh, I forgot they have Eric Stokes.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
that's crazy.
Rasul Douglas is their 3 guy. Rasul Douglas is
Sir
their
Douglas
nickel.
was on the Eagles, wasn't he? Like a couple years ago.
I don't remember.
Rasul
But he's their
Douglas.
nickelback, right?
Yeah, he's not bad.
And at safety, they have Adrian Amos and Darnell Savage. I really like Adrian Amos.
I know Rasul Douglas played for the Eagles. I know who this is. He definitely played for the Eagles. We drafted him in 2017.
Yeah, he was drafted by Philadelphia. Okay, yeah. So, yeah, he's their 3rd best quarterback right now. Like, I really like the Packers.
Dude, yeah,
honestly.
he was on our. He has a. Homie got a ring.
Yeah, so are they objectively worse without Devontae Adams? Absolutely. Are they going to be terrible this year? No. The NFC is already weak enough.
Yeah, exactly.
I think the Packers should be the favorite to win the North again. I think you can make an argument that the Vikings could. And the Vikings, I think, are the only team that are going to contend with the Packers.
I agree.
Because I don't think the Bears or Lions are ready to do that.
There's something I've been trying. I think I would argue, and they're like. I honestly kind of think there's only 2 quarterbacks in the league. 3. There are 3 quarterbacks in the league I feel like that can do this, right? I don't care who you're slapping at wide receiver. That person's going to make some shit happen. As Aaron Rodgers, Thomas Brady. To an extent, I think those are realistically probably the only 2. But, like, I want to throw Patrick Mahomes in that mix.
Well, we'll see that this year.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So we'll see it.
So.
Someone else I think that could do it as well is Russell Wilson, but we've never seen him without good wide receivers, honestly. So
Yeah, I mean, they've always had Tyler Lockett's been there forever. DK's been there the last few years. Doug Baldwin was there for a long time. He was a great receiver too.
They had phenomenal receivers, dude. Yeah, but I think Russell Wilson has the movement for it. So
Green Bay is my 5. I think Green Bay is going to be honestly pretty solid.
I think they're fine. Yeah.
I think once you get to I think 5, 4, and 3 are my dark horse Super Bowl teams.
Okay.
I think are for sure playoff teams and maybe the Super Bowl.
Okay.
So I have Green Bay at 5.
Cool.
You said you had Arizona at 5.
I have San Fran at 5. Arizona's at 6.
San Fran at 5.
Yes.
That's right. You had San Fran at 5. I have Arizona at 4.
I think a little bit higher of Trey Lance than you do. I think that's what it is.
I think so.
Okay. So Green Bay's at 4 for me, by the way.
Okay, Arizona's my 4, Green Bay's your 4. So that means I'm assuming we have the same 3-2-1 then.
We have to at this point, right?
I think we ranked them correctly.
I think we do too. There's
Because I think this is pretty objective.
As a Eagle fan, I couldn't do it.
Yeah, no. They are not better than Tampa. They are not better than LA.
I couldn't do it.
So, yes. So it seems like we both have Philly at 3 then.
Yes.
Okay, let's talk about Philly.
You know what? I get to be positive, man. Let's do this.
I know, it's exciting.
Oh, man. We have A.J. Brown. Need I say more? Something I did learn today.
Huge pickup.
Something I really need to say is I learned, Mr. Kenneth Gainwell, our running back draft pick from last season, right? Mm-hmm. He was taking first-string snaps today in training camp over Sanders. Sanders was taking 2 snaps.
Really?
Yes, sir. I don't even know where the fuck Boston Scott was. But you know what I will say? Yeah. Boston Scott's still on the roster. Boston Scott is really good at football, and he deserves to be on that roster. And I think that we have the potential to be a really good running back duo. Honestly, I think we have a really good chance of being a good running back duo. Gainwell has the talent, and Miles Sanders is talented. We've seen it already. But I think Sanders kind of bouncing back from that injury still. So, but yeah, A.J. Brown, right? Really, really good football player.
Yeah, that's a huge pickup for the Eagles, especially mid-draft.
Dude, that was huge. That was amazing. Amazing. Mid-draft, perfect. So, A.J. Brown, pair it with already proven Devontae.
Mm-hmm.
Then we got...
I really like Quez Watkins, too.
Quez is apparently lighting it the hell up in training camp, okay? Dallas Goddard took a couple steps up, okay? So, he's solid. We have... we added Zach Pascal in the offseason, too. Jalen Reagor no longer has to play on the football team. It's great.
If Jalen Reagor is like your 5th or 6th best receiver, you're in a good spot.
No, dude, and Jalen Reagor, okay, this is how I think of it, right? Jalen Reagor as the 2nd best receiver like he was last season, Terrible awkward situation. Jalen Reagor is the 5th best receiver on your roster. Now we're talking.
That's not bad.
That's not bad.
I like Zach Pascal. I like Greg Ward a lot too.
Dude, yeah, he's probably on the lower than Jalen Reagor, but I think they should try to keep Greg Ward Jr. I love Greg Ward Jr. He was our leading receiver 2 seasons ago, so I'm just saying.
Their O-line is still nuts.
Oh, yeah, Kelsey came back, even though we all thought he was going to retire. Brandon Brooks did retire, but, like, what? We replaced him with, like, what's his dude's name? Sui Appa, oh, shoot. Eagles depth chart. I'm going to forget the guy's name.
Are you talking about Sumalo?
No, Isaac Samalo, I think, is our left guard.
Right guard.
No, he is our right guard. Oh.
So you're talking about
Sua Apita, who's who I thought it was. That is Landon.
Oh.
That is our left guard. That's our backup left guard. I apologize. Yeah. So like our offensive line's cracked. Just Kelsey and Jillian Johnson by themselves, right? But Jordan Mailata, Landon Dickerson, who's our rookie, and Isaac Samalo are solid.
Mm-hmm.
We still have Andre Dillard on the roster, so that sucks. And Jack Driscoll's there, and I love Driscoll. And Cam Jurgens was handpicked by Jason Kelsey to be his replacement.
Wow.
Did you know that?
I did not know that.
Yeah, he came on a podcast and was like, yeah, I told who the fuck's our GM's name? Howie to go get him. Because I see me in him. And I was like, damn.
Wow. Okay.
I'm like, damn. Are we in good hands for the next 20 years? Again? So, and then don't even get started on the retool on defense. We added Kaiser White, a linebacker. We drafted Nakobe Dean, a linebacker. Hassan Reddick. We added. We picked up someone in freaking James Bradbury.
That's huge.
Oh my gosh! I saw the tweet and I damn near nutted in the middle of my office. I was like, "Damn, bro, that's crazy."
I know. I love the James Bradbury pickup. Compared with
so
Darius
hyped.
Slay is really good. And their D line is still solid too. I love Fletcher Cox and
solid. This is elite. This is elite. Graham, Hargrave, Cox, Barnett.
It's up there in age.
I don't care how
That's
old
the
they
only thing
get.
I'm concerned about.
I don't care how old they get because
Like that's genuinely the only concern with the Eagles for me that I have is that their interior O-line and D-line is pretty old.
Tell me this. Take away the starters. Put in the second string. Tell me that's still not a hell of a good defensive line.
I mean, you still have Jordan Sweat. You still have
Josh Sweat, Jordan Davis.
Jordan Davis.
That's
not
nuts.
bad.
Marlon Tui Pelota, he always rotates in. He's solid. He was there for Fletcher Cox, and we were getting sacks all over the place. He's cracked.
Yeah.
Milton Williams is our third string defensive tackle right now. Nah, this team's nuts, bro. Nah.
Yep. I'm pretty confident with the Eagles, honestly.
Oh my God.
I really do think they're going to be
Dude,
solid.
this team is crazy.
I think this is the team that wins the East. I think this is a team that is a dark horse to get to the Super Bowl. And if of all the NFC dark horse teams, this is my favorite.
You and me both. Not even because I'm a fan, but because of how cool the team is. And it would be really cool to send Kelsey into the freaking sunset with a ring. Tell me that I'm wrong.
That would be pretty cool.
Kelsey deserves the money. Also, Darius Slay getting a ring would be really cool too. I'd be really happy for Darius Slay. What he did for the Detroit Lions, he deserves something, bro.
That's true. Anybody who survives the Lions nowadays deserves it.
Matthew Stafford got his. It's Slay's turn, bro.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they're my 3, obviously. But, as an Eagles fan, we actually have something to be excited about, right? Like, so many good things are happening. They were like, we really need to fix the secondary. Cool, we'll go get Bradbury. There you go. Cool.
Yeah.
Hey, guys, we need to fix wide receiver. Hey, we just got AJ Brown. Oh. And Zach. Oh. Well. Say less, right? Hey, guys, we're going to need a replacement at center. No. We convinced Kelsey to come back. Oh, shit. Say less.
Yeah, Kelsey picked the guy to replace him.
Right. Like,
that's a crazy story to me.
No, I'm not even. I saw the clip. I was like, dude, I love Kelsey. Dude, I'm going to be so sad. I think I was messaging you when Brandon Brooks was retiring. Like, he was doing his speech. I was like, bro, I think Kelsey's going to retire next week, and I'm going to cry. I'm going to be so sad. And then that same day on Twitter, he announced he was staying. I was like, let's go! Yeah! I was hyped. But yeah, fly Eagles fly, baby. Fly Eagles fly.
Yeah, it'll be good here.
I'm
pretty
hyped.
confident.
So I think I covered all the bases. Anything I missed?
I don't think so.
Number 2.
It's Tampa.
Okay, Tampa.
But Tampa is as LA at 1 and away from being number 1.
Can we talk about something like the biggest thing that happened in the recent time? Julio Jones signed a contract with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
This is what's crazy to me is Julio Jones is your 4th option on that team.
Yeah, they already have
Julio
Evans,
Jones,
Goodwin,
who is a first ballot Hall of Famer, is your 4th option.
Yeah.
On your team at receiver.
Yeah.
They have Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, and then they traded for Russell Gage this year.
I forgot about Russell Gage. No, that team's cracked.
They have Cameron Brate, and they just got Kyle Rudolph to back him up at tight end.
Yeah, they lost Gronk, though.
Cameron Brate and Kyle Rudolph, I think, can make up for that production.
You're right. That and you just go 4 wide. And throw Julio Jones and Russell
Julio
Gage
Jones
in there.
is your 4th best option.
That's
nuts to me.
That's crazy. And we know he still got it. We saw what he did last season.
They re-signed Leonard Fournette. Obviously, Tom Brady.
They lost Ronald Jones.
Retired-ified. They did lose Ronald Jones, which is kind of bad, but
Leonard Fournette's been popping
their
off.
offense is so good. Like Tristan Wirfs at tackle was nuts.
Did you see what happened to Ryan Jensen?
Yes, Ryan Jensen had a knee injury. We don't know how serious
dude,
that is.
I heard him scream. I think it's bad.
Yeah, so we'll see how that goes. But defensively, when did this happen? When did Tampa get Akeem Hicks?
They got Akeem Hicks?
That's what I'm saying. I was just looking at the Tampa depth chart. I'm like, when did Akeem Hicks end up on the Bucs?
Wait. What?
That's what I'm saying, dude. Like, look at this team.
Dog, nah, this team's
Akeem
stupid.
Hicks
Are we sure we don't
up front?
Are we sure we don't think they're better than the Rams?
Their linebacking core is Joe Tryon, Devin White, Levante Davis, Shaq Barrett.
Dog, that's crazy. Vita Vea's still there. Antoine Winfield Jr. No, this team's.
They just got Logan Ryan too, who's a great veteran at safety.
Nah, this team's stupid. Nah, this
team is stupid good. Like seriously, this team is LA away from being the best team in the NFC.
That's crazy.
Like that's all it takes. And like I've kind of alluded to it as we've been doing the NFC side of the power rankings. Tampa and LA, I think, are really the only 2 NFC teams with a pretty realistic shot at the Super Bowl.
I think they're in the if we don't go to the Super Bowl, it's a bust season type of teams right now. Like I don't think the Eagles will be like, oh well, we didn't go to the Super Bowl, so it's a bust, guys. Sorry, experiment didn't work.
I think if the Eagles make it to the divisional round, that's a dub. I think anything better than the divisional round for the Eagles is a huge dub.
Yeah, absolutely. Even for Jalen Hurts, like right?
Yeah.
He wins a playoff game. That's huge.
Mm-hmm.
So that's just me. But yeah, like LA, we know what's going on with them. They got Allen Robinson.
So LA is the number 1 team in the
NFC. Defending champs.
Defending champions, that's obviously going to be hard to beat.
And they're really good. So it's like they didn't they like whatever they lost, they retooled. They still have Cooper Kupp. They added Allen Robinson to that team, like and who's apparently tearing it up.
They kept Van Jefferson, and it seems like the Rams are going to re-sign OBJ because right now he's not on any team.
Well, he's also has a torn ACL. So.
Yeah, it seems like the Rams are going to re-sign OBJ, which is still going to be solid. I'm concerned about their O-line, especially losing Andrew Whitworth to retirement and Corbett.
Yeah.
But they kept just about everybody else.
Right.
And their defense is still nuts, too. You talk about Jalen Ramsey and Troy Hill still.
Aaron Donald.
They still have Aaron Donald, who's the best defensive player of our generation.
That's all I need to see. Aaron Donald and Jalen Ramsey. I don't need anything else.
They grabbed Bobby Wagner, too, just because they could.
Oh, shit. That's right. They replaced fucking Von Miller with Bobby Wagner. How can you be mad about that?
The fact that LA won the Super Bowl last year and feels like they're pretty much the same team. Yeah, of course they're the best team in the NFC. I think LA is the favorite to go to the Super Bowl out of the NFC, and I think should be. I think LA is the second best overall team in the NFL.
Yeah, they're the team to beat in the NFC.
I think so.
So we'll have to see how it shakes out. But we do know that they weren't unbeatable last year.
So, right. I mean, they were what, the 3 seed, 4 seed, something like that?
They were the 4.
Yeah, they were the 4 seed in the NFC. So it's not like they're unbeatable, but it feels like the teams that were better than them. Dallas is worse.
Well, they folded.
Green Bay is worse.
They folded.
And Tampa, I think, is about on the same level as
everyone folded to San Fran. Let's be real.
Yeah, this is all San Fran's fault.
Yeah, everyone folded to San Fran, and San Fran may have gotten better. So. Yeah, that's the NFC.
That's the NFC.
An hour and a half later. Hi, ladies and gentlemen, and fans of Behind the Plays. I am your host, Davion, and I am here to record an outro. So, for context purposes, thank you for watching. I guess first and foremost, not context purposes. First and foremost, thank you for watching this episode of the podcast. If you did enjoy, like button, subscribe if you're new, and you're listening over on Spotify, Apple Music, Apple Pop, whatever you got. Please leave a heart, leave a like, and we really appreciate the share if you have it. And once again, we really appreciate all that information. The thing is that Eric and I recorded about 3 hours of content in this specific podcast. So what I decided to do as an easier way to go about it for the podcast and to just upload a little bit more content in the have two different contents and two different videos, and then to make it shorter, because I don't want you guys to stay for 3 hours, right? An hour and a half on maybe both sides is okay, but 3 hours is a lot of work, okay? So I didn't want you guys to have to go through that. So I'm recording an outro now. We did not record an outro then. So this is the NFC side of things. Thank you guys so much for watching. Again, like, subscribe, and do not forget to follow Eric and me on all social medias that are linked below. And do not forget our graphic designer, Mai, who is the best. Make sure you go show her some love. That is also in the description below. Check out any other Behind the Plays content. If you guys like it, leave a like. Subscribe if you're new. Hang out. AFC. So this video is going up on probably Thursday the 26th. So you should be seeing the AFC video the week before the NFL season starts. So the 2nd. And then you guys will probably see a Thursday morning episode giving us our week 1 predictions. Thank you guys so much for watching again. My dog's growling at me to stop. So if you guys enjoyed, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe if you're new. I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.